In this lesson, we will learn about equity financing. Equity financing involves raising capital through the sale of shares in a company. In the context of M&A, this process typically entails the buyer selling their own equity to investors to secure funds needed for the acquisition. This means the buyer issues new shares of its own company to investors rather than selling the seller's equity. Role of equity in M&A. In M&A transactions, equity serves multiple purposes. Financing acquisitions. Companies often use equity to fund acquisitions, preserving cash reserves and avoiding additional debt. Incentivizing management. Equity can be offered to the management of the target company as part of the compensation package, aligning their interests with those of the new owners. Aligning interests. Equity stakes can be used to align the interests of buyers and sellers, particularly in transactions where the seller retains a minority stake in the combined entity. Equity types. There are two main types of equity. Common equity. This represents basic ownership in a company. Common equity holders have voting rights, which allow them to influence corporate decisions, and they may receive dividends, though these are not guaranteed. Preferred equity. Preferred equity holders receive fixed dividends and have priority over common equity holders in asset distribution during liquidation. However, preferred equity typically does not come with voting rights. Comparison of common equity to preferred equity. Voting rights. Common equity holders generally have voting rights, enabling them to participate in corporate governance. In contrast, preferred equity holders usually do not have voting rights, focusing instead on financial returns. Dividend payments. Preferred equity holders are entitled to fixed dividends that are paid before any dividends to common equity holders. Common equity holders receive dividends only after preferred dividends are paid, and these dividends can vary based on the company's profitability. Liquidation preference. In the event of liquidation, preferred equity holders have a higher claim on the company's assets compared to common equity holders. This means they are paid out before common shareholders, providing a level of security to preferred investors. Equity financing is a powerful tool, but its strategic deployment requires careful consideration and a nuanced understanding of its various applications. Utilization of equity in acquisitions. Equity can be strategically utilized in several ways. Full purchase consideration. Acquirers can use equity as the sole form of payment in an acquisition, offering shares of their own company to the target shareholders. This approach is particularly attractive when the acquirer's shares are perceived to be undervalued or have high growth potential. Partial purchase consideration. Equity can also be combined with cash or other forms of payment to finance an acquisition. This allows the acquirer to conserve cash while still providing the target shareholders with an opportunity to participate in the combined entity's future success.